Reverend Kelly. I am the Assistant Minister here at Community Miracle Center. Thank you so much for joining us on the video. Reverend Roxie is going to be talking today. It was a great talk. I'm sure you will get a lot out of it. And while you're watching, I just invite you to watch up here. There's going to be some links coming up, including a couple to donate or become a supporting member. So if you want to help us out, keep us going on YouTube and doing the work we do here at Community Miracle Center, you can just click those when they come up. There's some options to donate or become a supporting member, and we would just really appreciate your consideration with that. So thank you. Enjoy the video. Be blessed. Bye.
So I just want to welcome everybody to our very first broadcast, live broadcast. It is an honor to have your presence with us. And as always, I am among the ministers of God. And we share our being equally. So I want to talk today about victimhood and how much fun we have with it, and how illusory it is, even though we kind of like it. And the place I want to start is this little story that happened. I was with this woman. She came to do a retreat that I was putting on in Shasta from London. And we just hit it off. We were having a great time, great friendship. And we were in Muir Woods and experiencing the old growth forest and the energy and just this beauty and this connection. And I have a service dog, Rosie, and dogs are not allowed in Muir Woods, but I took her and, we had our little questions with the ranger, but Rosie's a great dog and she just doesn't do anything. She's very calm, and she brought a lot of connection and joining actually because of her presence that day. We met people, we joined with people, we had a relationship with people. So our pets actually do create relationship. But so we're walking along and Rosie had just pooped and in the forest, and there's no trash cans in there. So I tied the poop to her leash, and this beautiful friend of mine, Hannah, and I were walking along, and we walked by this gentleman, and he said, "That's really bad." And immediately my ego took that neutral event and made up a story about how I was unfairly treated by that neutral event. And so I had decided he was judging me because I had a dog in the forest. And he was saying that's really bad. And then when I brought that to Hannah, and I was kind of in a joking way about, I'm going to need 10 years of therapy now to get over what this guy did to me, right? And he wasn't talking about you. He wasn't judging you. He was judging me because I almost swayed into him. And I'm like, no, it was me. So we actually started having a fight over who got to be a victim. Not a fight, but this laughing enjoyment of how much fun it was to delight in the recognition of we do this all the time. We want to be unfairly treated. We seek out ways to be victimized by the world, and then we hold up our story and we say, see how I've been unfairly treated. And I've told numerous victim stories. I have doozies. And we love telling our victim story. But as Hannah and I continued on with this, I decided that Rosie wanted to get in on it. So Rosie decided that she was the victim and she was the one who was judged. And, Hannah and I were really stealing her right to be the victim, so that even dogs get to be the victim in their story. And But when we kept thinking about this and looking at how many neutral events that just happen, we make up a story in our head about how that neutral event affected us. And some people take a story that never even happened and victimize themselves their whole lives over something that didn't even occur. So after we had our enlightened look at the neutral event, we decided that that guy had just farted and smelled his own fart and said, "That's really bad." So it can be anything. The thing is we're making it up. We're making up every single solitary event in our lives. Everything. And they're all neutral, right? The events, everything that happens in the world is a neutral event because it's a dream. It's a dream. But we'll take a neutral event and we'll use that neutral event to play in to either how we could be a victim, but there's another role we love to play. We like to be a hero. Look how I'm saving the world. And I was at a retreat in Shasta last weekend and actually got quite a strong reaction from one of the participants because I didn't support the belief that doing good in the world means anything. That you have to do good in the world to prove your worth, to earn God's love. That doing good in the world, we've taught you, doing good makes you good. And that's an entrenched belief. That belief is deep within us, that we have to earn our worth. We have to earn God's love. We have to work for it. We have to succeed to get it, to have it. That it's out there in the world for us to find and conquer and keep and hold. But we can't actually be unfairly treated. And we don't have to earn anything. I need do nothing. I don't even have to have a body that survives. That's an entrenched belief. Look at what we do to make the body survive. My husband just went through poisoning the body, taking organs out, and pumping it full of drugs to have the body survive. The body didn't survive. And sometimes the cure is what kills you, right? But who told you the body has to survive? Who told you you need success? Who told you you need to believe any of the stories you were told? Who told you you were a victim? Where'd that come from? Why do you believe you're a victim? What's the cost of your victimhood? What do you gain from it? Joshua tells us what we do with victimhood is it's forgiveness to destroy. Basically, it's the ego's, we'll get rid of your guilt by making you innocent, by projecting it out there. But if you're projecting your guilt out there, you're putting it on yourself, because the only thing that's out there is you, is your story, is the story you wanted to act out. And if you're acting out a story of being unfairly treated, it's because you wanted to either wallow in that story or transcend that story. Both of those are innocent choices. Transcending victimhood is innocent. Wallowing in victimhood is equally innocent. One just might be a bit more fun than the other. But that depends on who you're asking. For a lot of people, victimhood is a gas. And they want to keep doing it. There's a song by REO Speedwagon called Roll with the Changes. And it says, if you're tired of the same old story, turn some pages. Our story, it's our book. It's our novel. We are the author. We're scripting the characters. There are characters too. The ones that show up, they're showing up to show you what you asked for. If you want someone to support the story, see how I've been unfairly treated, that shows up for you. If you want someone to show up and support the story, I'm the accomplished Christ, that will show up for you. But there may be a bit of becoming in between that time, and that's just you releasing the old patterns of fear. And when you're in that place of release, when they're coming up, they're only released when everyone involved gets to stay innocent. Nobody sinned. Nobody betrayed you. Nobody harmed you. The biggest lie we're told is that it's possible to separate from the source of love, and that because of that, because the impossible happened, that impossible tarnished our innocence. All any of us are trying to get back is that untarnished innocence. But we can't get it at the expense of victimhood. We can't get it at the cost of projecting guilt to our brothers. We can't get it by trying to fix a dream. We can't get it by doing good in the world. Can't get it with a degree. You can't get it by owning property, raising progeny that you think are fit your idea of what progeny should look like and be successful in the world. I extended my ego into a child, and they grew up and acted right in the world. Yay, I can be proud of that. When we look at what that is, right, having children, breeding, it's an extension of the ego. Or, in the hands of the Holy Spirit, you could ask for a being to come into your life and be in relationship with them and just allow them to find out who they are. Allow them to discover their love, and that they don't need degrees and forced schooling and monogamy and beliefs and religion or any of that to be God's love. Unfairness and attack are one mistake. If I'm being unfairly treated, I can be attacked. And if I can be attacked, then my brother Jeshua is the biggest liar there is. Because he demonstrated through resurrection, not through focusing and dwelling on crucifixion, he demonstrated through resurrection that God's Son cannot be crucified. He's jumping up and down, waving his arms, going, hey, I'm fine. Nothing happened. Nobody crucified me. All the brothers are innocent, and so are you. And we're still trying not only to put our brother Jeshua up there on the cross, we want to hang up there next to him and go, oh, I've suffered for you. Because of the lie that we've been told. Suffering purchases salvation. Suffering buys innocence. The biggest lie they told is that the crucifixion was about suffering. You don't suffer when you know who you are. Jeshua didn't suffer. He knew he was God. God doesn't suffer. You don't suffer when you know who you are. The journey to the cross was the last useless journey. Jeshua cannot wake you up. And if you're still using him as a crutch, you're going to continue to seek the idealized future self that you think you aren't worthy of being yet. Take your place next to him. Believe what he tells you you are. You're Christ. You're the second coming. You're God. You are God in being, Christ in relationship. I am Roxie expressing in form, but I'm expressing Christ in form because I know who I am. And I know who you are. And I will no longer see your littleness. I won't hold you guilty. I will not hold you separate from me. I honor you as God. I honor your being. How could you not be your Father's extension, your Father's creation? We are still as God created us. Now, forever. We are the only ones that can victimize ourselves, deprive ourselves of love, deprive ourselves of joining, deprive ourselves of happiness. But you're not asked to be cut off from your humanity. Jeshua brought divinity to his humanity. He said, guess what? In your human form, you can express divinity. He didn't walk around going, I wonder if I'm God today. I wonder if I'm worthy. I wonder what I need to do to prove my worth. He said, I and my Father are one. And then he lived that. And living I and my Father are one has nothing to do with behavior. You can behave any way you want. Dance, sing, do whatever you want. Bowl, play golf all day. Whatever you want. Behavior is nothing. The content of God is who you are. Be that and have fun. Yay you. Yay God.